Hi again, second graders. Welcome to our lesson for genre. Today we are going to be learning about expository text. Now, once again, this is a genre that we have already worked with this school year, so I'm hopeful that this should be a review for most of you. All right, what are the characteristics of expository text? Well, first, expository text gives important facts about a topic. It explains why or how something happens. It also includes text features that give additional information about the topic. And some examples of text features are subheadings, photos, captions, diagrams, maps, and sidebars. We're going to take a little closer look at subheadings and sidebars today. This is an example from page 235 in our Wonders text. And you can see here that there is an example of a sidebar. It is the rectangle that is yellow in cover. It is a rectangle that is yellow in color, and it is titled Ways to Stay Safe. A sidebar gives information that is separate from the main text. So it gives additional information that is separate from the main paragraphs. There are also subheadings. On this page in orange, you can see there is a subheading that is titled, How Can You Stay Safe? Subheadings tell you what a section is about. So when I read the subheading, How Can You Stay Safe? I know that in that paragraph or section, I'm going to learn about ways to stay safe. For this next part of our activity, you will need your Turn practice book, page 137. If you do not have it with you, please pause this video and go find it now. All right, here we are on page 137. We are going to read this article together, following along as I read aloud. And then we will answer 3 questions about this article. The title is Drought. A drought is a long period of dry weather. Little or no rain falls during a drought. Without water, farmers' crops stop growing. The water supply for people gets low too. And I see a sidebar, and it says, What to do in a drought. Number 1, use only the water you need. Number 2, make sure there are no leaky faucets. Number 3, take shorter showers. Number 4, water outdoor plants and lawns when it is cold. And I see there is a picture with a line through it saying to make sure there are no leaky faucets. That's an example of a leaky faucet because there is water dripping from the faucet. All right, now that we have read our story once, we are ready to answer some of the questions. As we answer the questions, we will go back into the text to search for and find our answers. Our first question is, how do you know that this is an expository text? How do we know this is expository? Well, there are text features because there is a sidebar, so that's a text feature. There are also bolded words such as drought and water supply. And it gives us information about how something works or what something is. In this case, this article is telling us all about a drought, what a drought is, and how a drought happens. So this is an expository text because it explains how a drought happens and has text features. Go ahead and press pause as you write in your answer, and press play when you're ready. All right, number 2. Why are the words drought and water supply in bold print? Second graders, why do you think the words drought and water supply are bold or thicker and darker than the other words in the story? That's right. They are important words or important vocabulary to know in order to understand the story. Drought is what the story is about, so it's important for you to know what drought means. And the author explains that it is a long period of dry weather, meaning it does not rain for a really long time, and the ground gets really dry. The water supply is also bolded. That is important because it's important to know that during a drought, some people do not have access to a lot of water. They have a low water supply. So if the question is, why are the words drought and water supply in bold print? We can answer that this way. Drought and water supply are in bold print because they are important words to know for the article. The author is telling us that they are important, so he or she is making them bold to draw our attention to them. Press pause and play again when you're ready to continue. Number 3, what can you learn from the sidebar? What information can you learn from the sidebar? Well, let's find the sidebar. Remember that the sidebar is this box down below. It is titled What to Do in a Drought. So the information in this sidebar tells us what you should do during a drought. I am not going to write this in a complete sentence because I want you to put it in your own words and tell me, what do we learn from the sidebar? Go ahead and write it in a complete sentence using capital letters and a period to end your sentence. When you are finished with page 137. Nice work.